Coach Deion Sanders and the Colorado Buffaloes coming off of a bye week face Kansas State and Coach Chris Kleiman in a big-time game, one of the biggest games in Coach Prime's short career. We all know about Travis Hunter and how electrifying he is. Yeah, he's put in a lot of work, but it's going to take all of that work. We know that Travis reminds us of Deion Sanders and Charles Woodson, but I tell you what, he's going to need to bring all of that out. And the Colorado Buffaloes are definitely going to have that running game. That running game is definitely going to need to be effective to get the job done against K-State. And that running game against UCF, they took it on the road, and it proved that they could be effective when they needed to be effective. I tell you what, that running game sets up that play action pass. It sets that play action pass up, and it keeps some of the pressure off of those offensive linemen. And once that happens, we all know Shedeur Samuels will launch it across the middle to Travis Hunter, and that's when he gets to do his dance, along with the rest of the receiving corps. One of the best receiving corps, if not the best receiving corps in college football. Tell me somebody who's different. And yep, once he launches that ball off, those receivers make electrifying plays. Some of the best plays that you don't even see on Sunday, but they're getting the job done. That receiving corps is tremendous, and they're going to have to be tremendous. And Shedeur Sanders, that offensive line, you're going to have to hold him off so he can make those plays. You can't give up all those sacks that you've been giving up. I will say that you've done a better job, but just to step up in competition. And Coach Chris Kleiman, he will have them ready. And I'm here to tell you, that running game will be effective on the goal line. It's going to have to be, because you can't continue to pass the football when you get to the goal line. And defensively, you're going to have to step up. You can't give up 8, 9, 10-yard runs at a pop. You can't do it. Because what that does is makes that secondary weak, and all of a sudden they pull the football out and they throw it across the middle. And the special teams, field goals, that's going to be critical. I'm here to tell you, Kansas State and Coach Chris Kleiman, they're going to be ready to play football. They're going to prove that they're not going to be a doormat to anybody after they're coming off of their big win against Oklahoma State last week. And I'm here to tell you that Avery Johnson has a tight end that he can dump the football off to. So they're a well-rounded football team. They're big on the inside. If you take a look at these linemen here, they're 6'4", 6'5", well over 300 pounds, just as big as some professional football teams. So the defensive line for the Colorado Buffaloes, Warren Sapp, you're going to have them ready. And they've got a running game, too, and they will continue to pound the football. They're mid-tempo. Sometimes they go fast, sometimes they go slow. But if they get to running the football, they will continue to do it. They will continue to pound the football. And the quarterback, Avery Johnson, he's electrifying too. Once he turns the corner, if you let him get outside, he has that speed, that 4.4, 4.5 speed to get the job done, and he will score on you at will. So the Colorado defensive line and those defensive backs and those linebackers, you're going to have to be ready to play, because Kansas State is coming in. We all know about Dylan Edwards. We don't know how much playing time he's going to get, but I'm sure he's going to be pumped up to play against his old team, Coach Prime and the Colorado Buffaloes. And once again, they will continue to pound the football with those big offensive linemen. I think it's going to be a great game. I'm looking forward to it. I know that K-State's going to come to play. Game doesn't start until 9:30. Who cares? College football is what it's all about. And K-State, they're coming to play. They've got great receivers. So let's see what happens, Coach Prime.